Good morning, everybody. In this project, I will explain Chapter 7, Section 1, Chemical Names and Formulas. It's made and done by Shehab Allam, grade 11B. First, we're going to explain the binary molecular compounds. The binary molecular compounds are compounds that consist of exactly two non-metal elements. Examples include HFNO2 and P2O5. All of this are molecular binary compounds. Naming binary molecular compounds is really quite easy. The first element is given its element's name, and the second is given its root. Examples like hydr, bor, carb, ox, fluor, etc. The name of binary molecular compounds it ends in the IED, just like the name of the binary ionic compounds. Examples like H stands for hydrogen, and the root is hydr. B stands for boron, and bor is the root. P stands for phosphorus, and phosphate the root, etc. And these are more examples of the binary molecular compounds. Naming binary molecular compounds rule. There are four main rules to name the binary molecular compounds. Rule number 1, if both elements in the compound are in the same period in the periodic table, the element with the smaller group number is listed first. The only exception to this rule is when oxygen and halogen or group 7A elements like fluorine and chlorine are in a compound. Then the halogen is listed first. Rule number 2, if the elements are in the two different periods, the element in the larger period will be listed first. Correct formulas should list the elements in the proper order. Thus, when naming compounds based on formulas, the elements are already in the correct order. Rule number 3. Greek prefixes are used to indicate the number of each element in the compound. They are simply attached in front of the name of the element that they modify. Rule number 4. The ending of the second element is dropped and replaced with IED. Now let's use these steps to name P2BR5. First, ensure that the elements in the compound are correctly ordered as required by rules number 1 and 2. As phosphorus is in the lower group number 5A, then bromine 7A. The order is correct. Next, list the number and type of each element that present in the compound, 2 phosphorus and 5 bromine. Next, replace the number with the Greek prefix and add it to the element modifies. So 2 phosphorus becomes diphosphorus and 5 bromine becomes pentabromine. Now let's remove the ending of the second element and replace it with IED. It will be diphosphorus pentabromide. Here's another example, NO2. Make sure the elements in the compound are ordered correctly, as nitrogen is located in group 5A, which is lower than oxygen, group 6A. The order is correct. Then list the number and type of each element that's present in the compound, 1 nitrogen and 2 oxygen. Next, replace the number with the Greek prefix and add it to the element it modifies. Here's the exception. Remember, when there is only one of the first element in the compound, it does not get a prefix. So 1 nitrogen is shown as nitrogen and 2 oxygen becomes dioxygen. The last step involves removing the ending of the second element and replacing it with IED, nitrogen dioxide. In case you're not familiar, here are the Greek prefixes from number 1 till 10. 1 is mono, 2 di, 3 tri, 4 tetra, 5 penta, 6 hexa, 7 hepta, 8 octa, 9 nona, 10 deca. Thank you for listening and Ramadan Kareem.